She was the queen of Tejano music, a fashion icon, one of America's most talented stars, whose life was snuffed out far, far too soon. Hello everyone, my name is Anya, and in this video we're going to take a look at what happened on this day in the year 1995. The murder of Selena. Selena Quintanilla Perez is considered to be one of the greatest Mexican-American musicians of all time. She started off her career in the 1980s as a young girl in the family band Selena y los Dinos. Now, Selena's music career did not get off to an easy start. She performed in the Tejano music genre, which was male-dominated in the 1980s. However, after she won the Tejano Music Award for Best Female Vocalist in 1987, her popularity began to rise. Between 1989 and 1994, Selena released 4 solo albums, with her 1994 album, Amor Prohibido, considered to be one of the greatest Latin albums ever made. Selena also made history in 1994 by becoming the first Tejano musician to ever win a Grammy Award. Selena also gained high popularity for her fashion choices, and this inspired her to open up several boutiques across Texas. Selena and her family also opened up a fan club. Now, her fan club and boutiques were operated by a woman named Yolanda Zavidar, a former nurse and a longtime fan of Selena. She was the one who contacted Selena's family and inquired about opening up a fan club. It didn't take long for Yolanda Zavidar and Selena to develop a close friendship. But as time passed, people began to notice quite disturbing behaviour from Yolanda Zavidar. Business for the fashion boutiques began to decrease in late 1994. Employees reached out to Selena's father, Abraham Quintanilla Jr., stating that Yolanda Zavidar had exhibited very unusual behaviour. She was quick to dismiss any employee that she didn't like, and they stated that her desire and admiration for Selena had bordered on into obsession. Now, Selena's father raised his concerns to her, but initially Selena didn't take any notice. But in early 1995, Selena and her family discovered that Yolanda Zavidar had embezzled more than $30,000 from both the boutiques and the fan club, leaving them no choice but to fire Yolanda Zavidar. Now, Selena did not immediately break off her friendship with Yolanda, mainly because that Yolanda was in possession of important bank statements and documents that were required for taxation. After her firing, Yolanda Zavidar was contacted regularly by Selena and her family, asking for the return of the documentation. Now, Yolanda kept making up excuses for not returning these papers, and it didn't take long for the family to begin to lose their patience. In early March 1995, Yolanda finally agreed to return the taxation papers to Selena. However, she made another excuse that she had been sexually assaulted while she was travelling in Mexico. On the 31st of March 1995, Selena took Yolanda Zavidar to a hospital to get a physical examination completed. The examination was delayed due to the fact that the alleged assault took place in another state. Now, at this point in time, Selena had had enough of Yolanda's excuses. Upon returning to the Days Inn in Corpus Christi, Texas, where Yolanda had been staying as a guest, Selena demanded the return of the documents, only for Yolanda to reach into her bag and pull out a gun. As a horrified Selena tried to flee, Yolanda shot her in the back. Selena had only been shot once, but this single shot severed a critical artery and caused her to start bleeding heavily, leaving a trail of blood almost 400 feet long. Selena staggered to the hotel's lobby, pleading for help, stating that she had been shot. She named her assailant and the room in which it had taken place. Hotel staff did their best to administer aid to Selena. An ambulance arrived in less than 2 minutes and Selena was rushed to hospital. But by the time she arrived, it was too late. On the 31st of March, 1995, Selena Quintanilla Perez was declared dead. She was just 23 years old. After a 9-hour standoff with police, Yolanda Salvador finally surrendered and she was arrested. Her trial took place in late 1995, and it took a jury less than 3 hours to find Yolanda Salvador guilty of the first-degree murder of Selena Quintanilla Perez. Yolanda Salvador was sentenced to life imprisonment with a minimum term of 30 years. She was denied parole for the first time in March 2025. She will receive her next parole hearing in 2030, but many agree that Yolanda Salvador should never be released from prison. She should spend the rest of her life behind bars. The news of Selena's murder devastated America. Despite initial belief that it was an early prank, the nation fell into deep mourning for one of the Tejano music industry's most talented stars. Her fifth and final album, Dreaming of You, was released in July 1995, and it is considered to be one of her best works. Selena Quintanilla Perez is still considered one of the greatest Mexican-American musicians in history. In 1997, a biographical movie produced by her family was released starring Jennifer Lopez, and Netflix released a 2-part series in 2020. In 2012, her husband, Chris Perez, a guitarist of her band whom she'd eloped with in 1992, released a biography titled To Selena with Love. The book documented their relationship together and also allowed readers insight into the woman behind the talented artist. Selena Quintanilla Perez is still loved and remembered by all those who love to watch her perform and who listen to her music. She was one of America's brightest singing stars, whose bright light was snuffed out far, far too soon. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. My name is Anya, and we just looked at what happened on this day.